Alright, well, my Ruger American Ranch rifle, Gen 2 and 300 Blackout. Overall, I've been pretty happy with it. I've had a few hiccups and different things. Mainly got it to shoot, suppressed, and it's okay. I mean, I've had, like I said, I sent Ruger an email about the problems I was having, and basically they didn't give me any solutions. They just said, send it back to us or whatever. And I've thought about doing that, and I may still send it back, but I really don't know at this point. It warrants sending it back. I mean, there is a few things like anything else you have to kind of work around, and I really, the problems I'm having with it, I don't think Ruger could really fix them, honestly. It's more of just the way the gun, I think, is designed, or the way they made it to work. So I'm just going to go over a few things that I've found, little quirks and stuff with the rifle. Okay, well, I was mainly having two main problems with the gun. One, I was having some feeding issues. And basically the way that this bolt works, this one of these lugs right here, basically this lug right here, and this is a dummy round. There's no primer, no powder or anything. But when the magazine is in the gun, this bottom lug right here will go and makes contact with the round, and basically feeds the round, up into the chamber. Whoops. So you need to have a magazine that has, a deep cutout right here, and also you need to have pretty wide feed lips. What I've determined is on some of these older P-mags that I have, the feeding problems I think I was having is because, the feed lips, one, weren't quite wide enough, and also this cutout here is too shallow. You see how those are more of a V right there, and this is the magazine that came with the gun, and as you can see, it's a little bit deeper. It's notched out square, and the feed lips, you can't really probably tell by looking at it here, but they're a little bit wider overall. So it is a little bit picky with magazines, but that's basically just how the bolt honestly was designed, because it's got to be wide enough to where this bottom lug will fit through there, to be able to pick up the round and feed it. So I think that's a lot of the problems I was having with feeding. The other problem I was having was with primer strikes. Okay, so most of the bolts, like on my milsurps and stuff that I'm used to, you can like totally disassemble the bolt. But on this one, you can really only pull this plastic shroud off, and then you're left with this. So I thought maybe if there was a way, I could knock this pin out and turn the firing pin down, to where the firing pin depth is a little bit longer, coming out of the gun to hit the primer. And I don't know, Ruger, basically they didn't give me any way to adjust the firing pin depth, or to check the firing pin. They basically just said, you got to send it back into us, which, I mean, I guess is fine, but I kind of would like to have a way to adjust that, or know how to do that. And I probably could have tried to figure it out, like I said, drive that pin out maybe, and tinker around with it a little bit. But there again, I didn't want to get in a situation to where it would be extremely hard to reassemble the bolt and stuff like that, so that's kind of where I was left with it. And the other primers that I've tried, honestly, were fine. I had some S&Bs loaded up. I had I used some of these Fiocchis, and then regular CCIs, and they were all fine. I didn't have any trouble with it. It was only the CCI 41s, which are have an extremely hard cup, that are made for, like, ARs, military stuff, so they're made to be harder to ignite, just so you don't have any slam fires and stuff like that. So that was the main problem I was having with it. So basically, as long as I stay away from CCI 41 primers, I think I'm fine. And one other small note, I got two different sets of dies that I use. These, actually, a guy gave me these, and I hadn't really used them that much. I started out with Lee dies, and I used Lee, and then I had a few issues with them, and then I decided to order these, which is the RCBS small base dies, and this is basically the diameter of the cartridge, I guess, is just a hair smaller. It's a small base just to make it feed easier, with AR, feeding problems, and just to make it feed easier. So, the chamber in that Ruger may be cut, a little bit different than what some of the ARs are. So, like I said, I use the small base for all my ARs. So with the new reloads I was doing, I just switched to the regular dies, and I haven't had any problems. I've checked the chamber with the dummy rounds and stuff, and the chamber's tight. It's not like a headspace problem. It's not a loose chamber problem. Like I said, I think it was mainly just due to probably the primers, number one, but then also the small base dies may just not be the best for the Ruger. So as long as I stick with regular dies, which is what I've been doing, and regular small rifle primers, I haven't had any problems. So I think at this point a lot of the problems were due to maybe some magazine issues, and then also my own personal reloads, just used to reloading for ARs, and stuff like that. So that's kind of the fixes I found. That's kind of the solutions that I found. And honestly, the more I've shot the rifle, the more I've shot the rifle, the better it shoots. I mean, it's gotten to where it's grouping really good for me with a lot of different stuff, And I've got some more rounds I'm going to load up for it and try out in it. And also, I think I'm going to switch the scope out. I had this, and I think I'm going to try this out and see how this works on it. It's the LPVO. That's the Discovery Optic, and I'm pretty impressed with the quality on that right out of the box, So I'll probably do a review on that, and maybe put it on that gun and try that out, and see how that works. So anyways, hopefully this has answered some questions for people. At this point, I really don't think I'm going to send the gun back to Ruger. I don't think it deserves to be sent back. I think it's fine. It just has a few quirks, like anything you get. I don't care what it is. There's always a few quirks you got to work out, And it seems like with me, everything I buy always has quirks I got to try to work out or figure out or whatever. It usually rarely ever works like right out of the box 100% like you want it to. So, but anyways, shoot me some comments down there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully this answers some questions. Overall, I like the rifle. It's 85%. It's a great gun, I think, and the more I shoot it, the better it shoots. So I'm going to make some more videos with it and do some more stuff with it, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day.